We're immediately struggling. We haven't even got to the hard stuff and we're struggling. Oh no. Hello YouTube, my name is sezrawrr and welcome to another Animal Crossing New Horizons and The Sims 4 hybrid video. In these videos, I actually take my Animal Crossing New Horizons villages, houses, and build them in The Sims 4. It's an interesting time. It doesn't always work out to plan, but I have fun trying anyway. So today we're going to be trying to recreate Gloria's house in The Sims 4. Gloria is a bit of a snooty duck. She's a bit of a snob. She's a little bit self-absorbed. Her house is absolutely beautiful on the outside though. I'm hoping we're going to be able to recreate it in The Sims 4. So with that being said, let's take a look at what we're building today. Let's get into Animal Crossing. I'll show you Gloria's house.
A few moments later.
So this is Gloria's house from the outside. Her house is so beautiful. I love her purple roof. Her landscaping that I did for her is all purple flowers. So we've got some purple chrysanthemums, we've got some purple roses, and we've got some purple pansies. Her bushes that I use, I think are purple hydrangeas. They're not in bloom at the moment, so you can't really see them. But let's take a look at the inside of Gloria's house, because the inside's a little bit interesting. Oh, she's got a visitor with Maggie today, but this is the inside of Gloria's house. It kind of looks like an indoor town square kind of thing, like if you go to a mall or something and they have like this indoor area that's supposed to look like the outdoors. I love the wallpaper. The wallpaper is super cute with the little curtains on it. Super adorable. She's got some garden benches. She's got a big fountain. I don't know if we can place fountains inside, but I'm gonna find out in this video in The Sims 4 whether we can have fountains inside of houses. It's gonna be interesting. She's also got a little popcorn machine. She's got some lanterns and she's got a little puppet show thing as well. Super freaking cute. It's absolutely adorable. Very different to what you would expect from the outside. I don't exactly know how we're going to recreate it, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So let's get into creating it in The Sims 4.
Moments later.
So this is what we're working with to begin with. This is the basic shell that I have got for all of my Animal Crossing New Horizons villages houses, because essentially their house is a 6x6 box. So that's what I've got here, a 6x6 if I turn on the grid, a 6x6 box, and then I have a couple of little spots in here. That's the walkway into the house. Now, that being said, with these videos, I'm trying my very best to make these houses look as accurate to how they look in the game, from both the outside of the house and the inside of the house as well. In order to make them look accurate from the outside, we have this little bump out here where the front door is and you walk in. However, that means that it's not so accurate on the inside, because when you generally walk into a villager's house, the walkway is actually in the middle of the room. So it would be like here would be the walkway. But the only way to make the outside then look accurate is to have this bump out and to have the walkway in like that. So it's not making it exactly the same as it is in Animal Crossing, but it's making it as accurate as I can. We're going to start with the roofing. We're going to try and get that as accurate as we can. So she's got a gabled roof that goes this way across her house. Now I'm just going to reiterate for people who are perhaps new to my channel. Hello, my name is Sarah. I play The Sims 4 and I've started making some Animal Crossing videos, but they're pretty basic videos. I definitely want to make more in-depth Animal Crossing videos. I'm still just learning how to record it all. I'm not very technologically savvy, but I'm also not really that good a builder in The Sims. I generally find I'm better with decorating houses than actually building them, which is why I make silly builds on purpose. They're not supposed to be good. They are supposed to be a little bit silly, and generally they're supposed to be functional, but for the purposes of this series, I mean, the houses aren't really functional in Animal Crossing, so they're not really functional in The Sims either. So I'll put that on for the minute, but let's have a look now at the roofing. So she's got this gorgeous purple sheet metal roofing. I know that we've got sheet metal we don't have purple. That was going to be something I was concerned about. I knew we had some crazy colors with Eco Lifestyle, but I wasn't sure if we had a purple. We're immediately struggling. We haven't even got to the hard stuff and we're struggling. Oh no. Hey, we've got some purple options. I just might, I feel like it's not the fact that it's sheet metal in Animal Crossing that's important, it's the fact that it's purple that's important. Why am I gonna hate all of these options? I feel like that one's gonna be the best. It's not completely accurate to her house, but that's just the way that it's gonna have to be. I'm really, really sorry. It's just the way it is. That's annoying. On all of the corners but the one at the front, it's going to do it. I feel like it's gonna be the most accurate that I can get though. I know it doesn't have the brick along the bottom here, but I figure that maybe with the foundation, I can fake that. Like if I go with a foundation like this, we can kind of fake it till we make it. I reckon that looks actually really good. It's just that now we're missing this freaking corner pit here is not doing the corner thing. Oh well, it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to go with it. I don't really have a choice. I just moved lots because trying to navigate like angles on that lot was driving me crazy. So I've moved to this lot. She's got a square door that's very ornate. It's got some beautiful stone trimming around that. It's actually, oh my god, giving me this vibe. Please let us have the right coloring. We don't have the right coloring. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This door would have been literally perfect. I don't particularly love it, but that's probably the best that we're going to be able to do. Remembering that it's not supposed to be exact, it's just supposed to be as accurate as we can make it. So with that being said, let's go to the inside of Gloria's house. Oh boy, am I in for a time in here. The really good thing about Gloria's house though is her wallpaper is entirely windows. So I don't even really need to worry about a wallpaper. I just need to find like full length windows. You watch, I'm not gonna be able to find one. How crazy is that? I think I'm making this way more difficult than it needs to be really, but I was thinking because they don't sit exactly flush with the floor, if I could put like a column on either side, maybe, I'm not sure. This is not the vibe. This is not the vibe, but can you see what I'm trying to go for? It's just the windows. I just can't get the right windows. What if I put 2 in then? What if I do 2 lots of windows in every panel? How do we feel about that? Is that more the vibe? Is that more of the vibe? Let me do it on a different wall and let me see how I feel about it. I honestly think it's going to be the best that I can do considering I just don't have what I need. That is so frustrating. Okay, I feel like that's good, but then I have to keep this one at the front like this because that's how it looks from the front. So now I suppose let's try and get the flooring. Oh, goodness gracious. So like I do in every single one, we're going to do 2 little steps in the walkway there to signify the hallway that you'll be seeing at the bottom. So she's got 2 different kinds of flooring in here. Honestly, I feel like we're just going to go with that. I really don't know how to make that better than what it is. So, I don't know. So the next big thing I feel like I'm going to have an issue with is this fountain. I just need to see. Okay, so it is a ground fountain. So we've got a couple of options for ground fountains. This one is, I'm going to have to size them down, but it looks like I'm going to be able to put one in. That's really pretty. How pretty is that? How pretty is that? I feel like that's spot on. That is spot on. Oh my God. All of the things that I thought were going to be so difficult have been the easiest part of this entire build so far. Seriously. The only thing is I don't know if that's going to function. Let me see how that functions. Okay, it's a little bit funky because it's supposed to be bigger. That's the only issue with fountains. So I'm going to go with it. And then the next 2 things that we've got are also going to be incredibly difficult. We've got a little like popcorn stand. It's one of those vintage little popcorn stands. I think that's a puppet show. We've got a puppet theater in kids' activities. And then if we size that down maybe, and I mean, it's a puppet theater, so it's just going to have to get the vibe across. I don't know. As for the vintage popcorn maker though, we do have a popcorn maker here from the movie Hangout stuff pack. It needs a counter though, so we're going to need a counter. I'm thinking because this is like vintage looking that I'm going to go with counters from Cottage Living because they kind of have the vintage vibes. We've got them in black as well. Maybe I should go with it in red because we've got a lot of black. So if I go with it in red, you get the point. They are the right things in there. That's what we've got. So we've really only got 2 more things to put in, and they are the park benches. They are over on this wall. The only thing is, because we have the doorway off center to the room, we're not going to be able to put 2 park benches in the way they're seen here. Let's get them in though, and I'll show you what I mean. God, there is just no good way of looking at this house now that the windows are in. So anyway, it's fine. It's all good. So we've got a couple of options for park benches, actually. I'm going to go with this one because I feel like that's the vibe. So we are going to be able to put one here like it has, but I think I'm going to have to put the other one over on the side here. There is supposed to be 2, but it's supposed to go like this. Although, does it really matter if we have it in the way? It can be kind of like what I did with Cherry's work desk, where Cherry's work desk was 2 tiles and I put it this way because your Sims, if you use this house, which I don't think you will, but if you use this house, your Sims will still be able to walk in. I reckon that's pretty freaking good. I'm pretty happy with that. It's not perfect, but I mean, this was a pretty strange one for as far as buildings go. The video is not done yet though. I want to do some landscaping, so let me do some landscaping. I'll be back once the landscaping is complete.
Eventually.
Alright you guys, here we are from the front of Gloria's Animal Crossing New Horizons home. So for this one, I felt like going for something a little bit different and actually making it more accurate to how it is seen on my island. So on my island, Gloria's house is actually on this tiny little bit of island surrounded by the ocean, and then on the right side of her house is the rest of the mainland of the island. So this tiny little island, I decided to make that accurate by having water surrounding the entire left side of her house, very similar to the way that it is in Animal Crossing, and it goes around the back as well. And as you can see, we've got lots of purple flowers because very clearly purple is one of Gloria's favorite colors. She loves purple. She's even got purple hair. I just thought this was a cute little purple paradise for her. So I have in my landscaping on my island for her, I have purple hydrangea bushes. We do have purple hydrangea bushes in the game here. I know you'll be seeing them. Let me zoom in on that for you. Right there, that little one in the middle of the screen, that's a purple hydrangea bush in The Sims 4. I'm really excited to have that in here. Looks really good. So I've got purple hydrangea bushes. I've also got purple chrysanthemums. I've got purple roses, and I've got purple pansies. Unfortunately, we don't have any of those flowers in The Sims 4, so I made the best of what I could and put as many different kinds of purple flowers that we have in there. She's also got a pear tree on the side of her house, which I've got right here is a pear tree. Very, very nice. So that is it from the outside. I just added the little like curvy fence in there as well, just because I feel like that's something she would totally have on the outside of her house. Super cute. So as I do with all of these houses, I've got a little fishing sign out the front. It's supposed to represent the sign that I have outside Gloria's house that has her face and her name on it, so you know whose house that it is. I think it's just a super cute little addition. But let's go and have a look at the inside of the house now that it's complete. Oh, goodness gracious. The vibes are definitely interesting, but they are in Gloria's actual house as well. I actually really like the fountain. I love the lights. I absolutely hate that we don't have anything better for the vintage popcorn maker and for the vintage puppet show either, but I think this really isn't all that bad. I feel like aside from that, you get the vibe. I feel like it's as good as I could make it in The Sims 4, considering the limitations we have in The Sims 4 to begin with. So You guys, I have decided that I'm going to upload all of these Animal Crossing Villagers houses to the gallery, just in case for whatever reason you maybe want to make like a little Animal Crossing neighborhood and you can put these little houses in your game. They're not actually functional for The Sims 4. A lot of them don't have beds or fridges or toilets or anything like that that is actually essential, but for the looks, you could make a little Animal Crossing town with the look of these different houses, I suppose. So that being said, if you would like to download this one into your game, you will find it on the gallery. My gallery ID is sezrawrr, the same way that it's spelled here. There's just no plays on the end. You will find it under Gloria's acnh house. acnh, of course, meaning Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I will be uploading Cherry's and Bud's houses as well. Specifically, I want to talk about Bud's house really quickly though, because so funnily enough, when I was building this house, I was very upset with the fact that we didn't have curved walls in the game, and I was very upset that I couldn't make this wall here curved and I couldn't make this wall here curved, and I was so upset. 4 weeks ago, I released that video. 4 weeks ago. We're getting curved walls in The Sims 4. I cannot freaking believe it. So when curved walls do become available, they might even be available by the time this video comes out. I'm really not sure. I'm hoping so. But when curved walls do become available, I will be updating Bud's house to have curved walls. And I'm also going to change this front roof patch because I'm not super happy with that. So you will find Bud's house. And then while I'm here, I may as well shout out Cherry's house as well. So here's Cherry's house in Animal Crossing as well. So you could have all 3 of them. They're the 3 that I've built so far. But guys, that's all I've got for this video of building Gloria's Animal Crossing New Horizons house in The Sims 4. If you'd like to see me recreate more of my villagers' houses or any of my other Sims 4 or Animal Crossing videos I've got coming your way, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Let me know what you thought of this house. But guys, I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!